Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to this New Moon Light Language event, one in which we are talking about stepping forward into the new, stepping forward into whatever it is that we want. You know, we've had so much change in the past couple of weeks especially. I'm sure that many of you have felt that the last couple of weeks have been absolutely intense. There's been so much undressing, undressing of our past, undressing of our triggers, of all the things that hold us back. And we have been pushed almost to the depths of our strengths. We really have been taken into some places that have been uncomfortable. And I know I'm not alone in this. And now this new moon comes in and it feels that it's offering us a sense of excitement. It's offering us a fresh start, a new exploration of the world, of our heart, of our connection to life, and also a sense truly of our deepening connection to life. We have felt so distorted, so out of shape. We've felt really as if we're this round peg trying to fit into a square hole, and we just couldn't, and we didn't quite understand why it was that we just didn't seem to fit into life, that nothing seemed right. And of course, we did as we always do. We blame ourselves. We say it's always our fault that we can't fit into life, that we don't belong in society. We are the ones who are broken, who are too different. But gradually, we're beginning to realize that we're not broken, that there's nothing wrong with us. But instead, the entire world has been turned into this kind of one board game. And every single person is expected to play on this same board game and to go round and round. And some days we end up in jail and some days we end up with a bonus, but still we get caught in this same treadmill, this same game going round and round, desperately looking for home, desperately looking for the moment when our heart just feels at peace, when our soul feels like it's found the moment that it goes, I belong. We just couldn't find it. We couldn't find it, not because we were wrong. We couldn't find it because the game wasn't ours. Because we're not looking for a game, we're looking for truth and honesty with ourselves, being truthful to ourselves and being honest in what we need, in who we are. Actually being able to express everything that we feel without shame, without worry of the consequence of standing up and saying, this is me and this is what I dream of. So the energy has really pushed us into examining these parts of our lives. And hopefully what we've done is we've come out and we've realized that we, as humans, are not the problem. As I say, the game has been set. It's just that we don't want to play it anymore. And so what do? We venture out. We open the door and we look outside, out of this little prison in which we'd placed ourselves, in which we'd found ourselves for so long, for lifetime after lifetime. And we open up that door and we peek out and we go, what do I want to do? And at first it seems so scary. It's like a baby bird. And the first time they have to fly out of the nest, they look out and they go, but if I leave this nest, I'll fall. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to stay here because it's safer, it's easier. And you know what it is? sitting and staying where we are. It's so much easier than going out and adventuring. We can sit there and wait for Mama Bird to come and feed us. And we can look out and we can watch all the other birds soaring and enjoying life. It's okay. If that's where we are, if that's what we can do, then that's what we can do. But maybe if you start listening to your heart, if you start listening to that quiet voice that just says you can fly. Did you know you can fly? You start listening, and perhaps you put a leg over the edge. Perhaps you flap your wings, you try hopping. And it feels good. And then one day, you're going to be brave enough to really throw yourselves out of the nest. You're going to discover that you can fly. Not just fly, anyone can fly. But you'll discover that you can soar higher than anyone else. You can soar right up into the heavens just because you want it, because you dream it. It's just there waiting for you. We have to take that step. And this is where the new moon comes in. It brings this energy of adventure, of new growth, of journeying to places that we haven't gone before. But we've kind of sensed it, we've kind of felt it and thought there must be a place that excites me like this, that makes me feel like this. And there is. We just have to step into it. So this is what the new moon brings. And as they said to me, it's time for an adventure. Now, we always think of an adventure as being very 3D based. I'm going to have an adventure. I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to get in a boat, and I'm going to go across the world and go and visit some tribe in South America who haven't been discovered for 100 years. You know what? That scares the crap out of me. Because going into a South American jungle where they've got spiders that are huge and cobwebs that thick, I go, I don't want to do that. And we don't have to, because an adventure isn't just about going out there in 3D world. An adventure isn't about just exploring this physical world. No, an adventure means taking our heart, our mind, into places that haven't been explored before. So hold on, I'm going to try turning my Wi-Fi off because it keeps coming up slow connection. Oh, no. Hopefully you can still all hear me. And this will work. As I was saying, this isn't... excuse me. This isn't just about an adventure of the physical body. This is an adventure of the heart, of the mind, of the soul. Taking our mind, exploring the depths of it, seeing where we can expand our consciousness, where we can open even more to the desires of our heart. After all, if adventure was dependent on being physically travelling, then people who were disabled couldn't do this. You couldn't say, oh, I'm going to take someone disabled up to Mount Everest. An adventure is whatever we choose it to be. An adventure is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. An adventure is going into the stars with our family and exploring. It is uncovering our energy. It is uncovering the depths of our heart. The heart is one of the most unexplored places within our whole self because we don't go in there. We're scared that if we go into our heart, all we'll find is pain. But actually, when you go into this beautiful house that is the heart, you find so many rooms that just want to open up and just be explored. the realms of love, the depths of love that we can feel for ourselves, for humanity, for the universe, for each other. That is truly a realm that is so unexplored, and one adventure that we should all take. How much more can we love? How much more can we support each other in this world right now? How much more forgiveness can we find for all the people that we share this incredible world with? Huge amount more. So much more. I think we're only just touching on how incredibly loving our heart is. How much more can you dream? How much more can you imagine about where you can go in life? Also about what you can do. There are things that we can do in life, but we just haven't tried them because we've forgotten. About magic, and that magic is just someone hiding a card and pulling the right one out. That's not magic. Magic is this amazing realm of transformation and possibilities that lie within us. When we connect with life in all its forms, and we begin to explore, to go on this adventure of what we can do as we connect with the rest of life. I can watch how my energy will transform a flower by loving it. And I can watch also how my energy will kill a flower. Again, just by my energy, by the words that I give it. This is also another adventure that we can go on. You see, there are so many. So when we say that it's an adventure, it is a realm of unexplored ideas in all areas of our life. It's just about allowing us to follow that playfulness, follow that sweet inner child who is expressing your soul's light, just allowing him or her to come out and guide you and say, hey, let's go over here. Not planning, not thinking, I'm going to wake up and today I'm going to go on an adventure, but instead, because that's planning. It's not an adventure. Instead, it is about saying, where should we go today? And when someone opens a door for you, take it. See where it leads you. I've been doing this recently when somebody has said, do you want to go here? Do you want to go out? Do you want to, whatever it is, I've tried to say yes. My fear, my ego, my old self might have said, no, don't go. I don't feel like going. I'd come up with 1,000 excuses as to why I didn't go, why I couldn't go. And I started saying, you know what? The universe is offering this to me, so let's find out. And sometimes it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't lead to anything. But at other times I have a delightful surprise, going on that little adventure, just saying yes to that invitation. It was beautiful. It took me somewhere that offered me magic in that moment, that gave my heart a little skip, that taught me something, that filled my life with a joy. And still, I'm reminded that even if we have an adventure and it hurts, this is still an adventure, and this is often why we don't go into love, because when we venture into love, when we open ourselves up to it, it can hurt. It can really hurt. It can bring up all these fears. But what an adventure. What an adventure to be able to say, I've really, really explored the love that I carry. I opened up to it and I shared it with others. That's such a beautiful thing to do. So many adventures are on their way. All you need to do is stay open to them. And this beautiful energy of this new moon, there it is asking us to start again, to have a new beginning. Never mind what went before. Never mind who you were before. What is that phrase? We stand on the shoulders of giants, is it? Well, actually, what we're standing on is our own shoulders. We're standing on our own belief systems, our own foibles, our own weaknesses and sin and all these other crazy ideas that we have about who we are. I stand on my own shoulders. And so when I reach up, my foundation that I'm standing on is however I feel about myself. And if this is not good, I can't reach for the stars. So we have to let go of everything that we were. Let go of everything that we thought we were. And actually start to be free in our thinking forward, to actually give ourselves the opportunity to grow into something else, to stand on love, to stand on gratitude. You know, it's actually a perfect time to read what I was given earlier. And it said, in order to move forward in life, we must feel gratitude for where we are. Gratitude is a solid foundation from which to work and launch ourselves. It is a foundation of strength. And the beautiful thing is that this foundation of gratitude and of love, it always moves with us. No matter where we go, it's always there. When we stand on a foundation of how we feel about ourselves, one day we think, well, I love myself, kind of. And the next day we go, well, I really hate myself, fully. That foundation is always shifting. There is no solidity, but a sense of gratitude, a sense of love that is always there for us. And if we stand on this platform, if we stand on that energy, no matter where we go, there is always something to be grateful for. There is always love for us to stand on. And then we can reach up to the stars. Then we can go on the most beautiful adventures, because our launch pad is something so incredibly powerful and so beautiful. Love and gratitude. So this is where we must stand. And from there, we can go anywhere. And also, when you go on an adventure, aren't the best adventures based on love? Aren't the best adventures based on joy, meeting people? You know, I find so many people, when they say, how are your travels? And it's, yes, I saw this and I saw that. But you know what everyone's most excited about? The people they meet. I met a kind person. I met someone who was so funny and brought light into my life. I met this extraordinary character. People always talk about the amazing people that they meet. And we go out and yes, we meet these people, but remember this. We can also be that extraordinary person that somebody else needs to meet. We can help spark someone's adventure. We can help give them a memory, an experience that they will treasure for the rest of their life and that will change them. We can take them on a new adventure. We forget this. We think it's always about us going out. Actually, it also works the other way around. We are their adventure. And when we do that, we also go on another adventure. But now it's time to think about what it is that you want. It's time to begin to focus on what are those dreams that you have kept hidden for so long, not just hidden from other people, but hidden from yourself. What is it that you have said, no, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not capable enough. What is it? What are you hiding from yourself? What are you hiding from the world? This energy says it is the time to open up, to look, to be that baby bird jumping out of the nest. And knowing that you can fly, you might be on the ground for a little while, but you can fly, you will get back up. And just try, just go play, just have some fun. And remember that we don't make mistakes in life. I know there's this thing that if you stepped out and you tried something and it didn't work, you are a failure. According to who? Who designated us a failure because our latest adventure wasn't quite as we had planned? You know what? Adventures can be just for a couple of days, or adventures can be for years or for a lifetime. But a short adventure is of equal importance as a lifetime adventure. There is no hierarchy here. There is no one is better than another. So if you go out there and you do something and it is going to use this 3D world, if it is successful for a day, for a week, for a month, and then it's no longer successful, or perhaps it's time for a new adventure. Perhaps they're saying that adventure is now done and you've learnt everything that you need to. So let's go on to the next one. Let's stop this idea that we're a failure because we actually stood up and moved into our dream. How? How, I ask you, can that ever be a failure? How can exploring our heart, how can putting our trust into this beautiful universe, taking that step, how can that ever be considered a failure? I can tell you now it isn't. It's just another part of that beautiful tapestry of adventure that we go through. Sometimes the adventure out there, sometimes the adventure in here, or even in your own home. It can be anything. But take this energy, build with it, dream, open that door, and see what comes out. So, now I'm going to have a look at some cards. And today, I have taken cards from the Gateway of Light Activation Pack. Absolutely beautiful cards. And I pulled these three out just before I came online. And the first one is angelic frequency. Okay, so you see that beautiful words, you are safe. That's what it's saying to us. You are safe. You are venturing out there. And you are safe because the angels are with you, because there is this angelic beam of light that is always with you, that is taking you forward, that is holding you constantly, is trying to light up your life so that you can see the way forward. It might be one step at a time, that's fine. Those angels will hold your hand. They are there always. Then we have a beautiful card, Orion Activation. And this is about our fears being swept away, the letting go of the old beliefs, the old ways, the old patterns, asking us to give up all the old stories that we have carried for so long. And they may not be our stories. Those stories might have come from generations back. Still, we hold on to them because they belong in our family. We have inherited them, and my goodness, we have inherited some stories. Do you want them to be yours? Or would you like to build your own story? Wouldn't you like to just create your own vision? to go and do what you want, be who you are. Why not create a new story for yourself? You can do it. And you know, they said to me, it's like allowing a big wave to come in. And that big wave washes away all the footprints on the sand so that you can never, ever walk in those footprints again. They're gone. You might have a sense of where they were, but no, they're gone. You are now going to have to forge your own path. You're going to have to clear the path just for you. And not because someone else has gone there. No more following patterns. Instead, it's about you and what you want. Go as you wish. You're free to do that, you know. You forget. Oh, good evening. Thank you for your lovely message. And then the third card we have is this one, the Chamber of the Violet Flame. Okay, and this carries on very much from that Orion card. The violet flame is a flame of transformation. It's a gift from the universe. And it wants to transform and clear. It wants to wash away all these stuck energies that we have that are keeping us exactly where we are, because I'm in chains from all the things that I've previously done. This is how we view ourselves. I can't possibly step out and do something else and be something else and go on a new adventure because this is me. This is who I am. No, the violet flame wants to remove all that. The violet flame wants to set us free, to transform all that energy so that we become fluid light again. You know, when we hold on to an idea of who we are, we literally become set in stone. We can't change. That's who we are. And we all have these parts of our lives that are still stuck in stone. And we can't change anything, of course, because our belief is rock solid. You know, we actually talk about that. I have a rock solid belief in something. We also have a rock solid idea of who we are. But it becomes a blockage, it becomes a prison. And the violet flame says, you know what, you see this rock? We can burn it. We can set fire to it and we can turn it back into molten rock so that it can change and it can flow. And finally you become free. You become free from all these ideas, these limited ideas of who you are. Is it any wonder why we don't go on a new adventure? Because we're so caught up in who we think we are, in who we call ourselves. We're so much more. And they want us to be open to so much more. Why? Because the universe loves us so much. Wouldn't you like to just lie back into the loving arms of the universe and just say, I trust you? Wouldn't that be amazing? We can do it. We can let go of all the ideas of who we think we are and just become someone else, and let go of the ideas that other people have given to us. They only give us these places because it makes it easier for them. You know, if you are stuck in a place and your life is just a series of rock solid belief, and if someone comes along and says, hey, you know what, I'm fluid, I'm easy with life, with how it goes, I just go with a new adventure every day, nobody else can deal with that. They think we've gone crazy. It's much easier when they see somebody else who is as stuck as they are. And so what do? We place ourselves in that same position and we go, well, if they're stuck, I must be stuck too. I have to stay with my community. I have to stay with my family. Not just physically, which is fine. We can all live together as different people, but we place ourselves in that stuckness emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And we close the door to new adventures of our soul. And that is a tragedy. So, who's ready for some light language? When I asked who was coming through, when I first wrote this event, and it was the Antarians, and I just felt this incredible love and how they want us to build our lives into something so divine, to really let that light go, to laugh, to feel joyful, to shine. And this is what they're offering to us. They want us to build ourselves up, to build our lives up, to step into those new adventures, and maybe to go on an adventure where we meet them. That'd be wonderful. So now we'll see what they have to say. So lie back, sit back, close your eyes, allow your mind to drift. Allow it to go to the heavens. Allow it to imagine, to dream. To be open to what will come. Moras niarati. Mijund ke oshi tiana nais nesi. Tamora nataja, kura natwasine. Kimora natarjurenska. Jimu, tientuturan la joara. Zizaraki. Mitunjara maradoriska. Wai medar majitkunskora. Jezitara, maye munnanar. Sinjura. Meiti oharashin kenyara dabariutora. Sidundu ayuara barorasi, nimasi, meudurmora, radijn kuishin kuraj bashatarasinji, tuanajera, mimora natarajinia, esiura kudara, jisudora kera baranetia mora darajirana, the yijmaronda jim marabadia. Norando dojinia, arsija kwig muragarabetarajinia, siuya mora marabata de junaya, siwara matatu norashi, morapa, siararia caramora, niora masi, meia puara, siwara nadornja isheja, mira bradonorai, siarondo toshu, siarora. Muramata jetisi, urambazia, na yimurabatoro korkiunugarasi, shunjurama biratasi, timguramazi, tuna shermatazi, yimburabazukarwatara, yamaji. They say that so often we found ourselves almost in that crib as if we were a newborn, and we're lying there in that crib and we're just looking up. And there is that moment when you just look to the stars as that newborn, you think, wow, here begins a new adventure. But instead of staying with this feeling, instead we look to our parents and we say, keep me safe. And they say, but you are safe, you've always been safe. Warasi jora matawara yitisi, juzund kasi. Nimora mata yihwara autorabashike. Shindozona doshi waramataji, siungimburakai gotora. Nimara taiji wantis good kura kamaya, timudunbonabarate tionukujia, Rasichona, Maradishan Korabardi, Sijura Baradamadijne, Simiatamasi, Miatamarashin Kojia that Sishu Sutsumara, Timura Bataisi, Sindino Gora, Tasishum Provara Simara, the Barabashikus Wianorabasi, I am Motana, I am Motabai, Marpata to Korabakuarashi, Shura Morazi, Metabayan Netasi. They say if only we could remember how we used to travel the stars, if we could remember the adventures we had when we went from planet to planet, existence to existence. We loved it. It was joy, it was freedom, and if only we could feel that inside of ourselves once again. We have to remember that we are not human beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And actually we are from the stars. We carry the stars within us. Jiunda mia marapatataish kun karwato marajona sindamania patatsipita mare patatamshin kojia mijna juaya Yamoshin Nikawara, Sentatania Repata, Shinikoya Mohada Maina Mai, Mora Parata, Jejimo, Majiona, Marabatansky, Shitara, Aizuara, Moan Wara Tarashi, Shunko Wajunkoma, Mejunwarekoa, Mejuma Sia Dainia, Ayimoshia, Ayamoaya Tarashi, Arbaish. Si jinara mararati oraki, shoramasi, munar, yishu washi aratate, mia parosa, tarakraki wara, ijurasia, mayinariti, masi, warapataki orandashki shuara, shizi highweta rematishi, shimawara. They also remind us that we are so judgmental as we are in this physical body, and that an adventure is an adventure. And if we are open to it, and we step forward in excitement and with joy, then everything will be beautiful. Everything will be just as we need. But we judge things. We go, this is good, this is bad, and this shuts down this beautiful flow of energy. Keep riding this wave. It doesn't matter where in the wave you are. Be in that wave. Flow with the water, and whether the water is the ocean or the river, it is still the flow of life. So be in it. Trust it. Shimora dajnar bozinkes. She did knock you on the Bargadian Nikorashishka. Amiora Matarushia simie. Tirajiniko arotashi. Shimoran si. Size koramatajne. Mayindornia marabare darishun swiame. Matin de Beredorachet Bashasha, Puratasnasaya, Kushwasaya, Pashasaya, Marbara Jora, Jindi Simbisimis Marbon Makabarita Bora Tishi, Shitito to Cabrashe, Mi Marnici, Shindu the Nosar Nasi, Marai Toboro, Maridardi Barara, Patatea Maragoshkio, I am Mizi. Marayim Harabata Borokajiko, Jonavaza, Metea, Yuburanatishke, Emotion, Wara Dibe, Dindo Barapachiku Kuga Pasika, Baratachichi, Jutumbrasho, Chitumoshkavish Putarashorsi, Chindobrasho. See, I better to Pushkotori, Ganaraji, Tapasi Paraya, Maramodorudo Daya, Marabanumaraji, Tituparachi, Tutorashi, Messinja, Marim Betapia. They also remind us that we are far braver than we think. We consider ourselves to be cowardly. We consider ourselves to be too frightened to step out. But we're not. They remind us that we took the bravest journey of all. We took the bravest step. We came here. We decided to take this adventure now, at this time, at the most challenging and most incredible opportunistic time that this world has ever experienced. And we knew it would be hard. And we chose to come. And this shows immense courage, immense bravery. It is extraordinary. And they want to remind us of that. So whenever you feel that you don't have the courage to go out and pursue your dream and to go on this new adventure, remind yourself that you took a step onto the biggest adventure that this world, that this universe has ever seen, this time of ascension. And the fact you are here shows everyone how brave you are. And that is what they long to remind us of. So, thank you, Antarians. You can do it. You can do whatever you like. You are tied only by the restrictions that you have placed upon yourself. That is all. Go shine. Go be whatever it is that you want to be. Remembering that there is no failure. There is no loser. There is only the winner, because you stood up and followed your heart's desire. You stepped out onto a new adventure for a moment, for a day, for a year, for a lifetime, it doesn't matter. You did it. Congratulate yourself. You can do it. So I thank you so much for being here with me today. It's truly been such a beautiful, beautiful event. The energy of love is so powerful today, so strong with us. Take that love, take that energy, and go and do something. Whatever you want. Go and be someone, whoever you want. Go and say something, whatever you want to say. You have the power. Go on your new adventure. And come back and tell me how it was. So I send you so many light blessings. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Much love to you all.